What does the golfer have to do to make the club head perform its task? Well, the story of the golf swing perhaps really began in the land of the pharaohs, yes, way back in ancient Egyptian times. They discovered there was a better way of threshing their corn than beating it, just simply beating it with a long stick. They were very clever because they joined two short sticks together with a leather thong for a hinge, and men have been exploiting the advantage of that. That's Flail system ever since. You see, the arms represent one stick, the wrists and hinge and the implement the other stick. The man supplies a rhythmical build-up of energy, and this energy is transferred with the greatest possible efficiency into the weighted implement. We employ the same principles for golf as demonstrated now by Tommy Horton. You see, Tommy starts the downswing very slowly, and notice how the angle between the two sticks, the left arm and the club shaft, doesn't change one little bit. Here he accelerates the action with a surge of power. Centrifugal force, acting on the weight of the club head, pulls that angle open, widening the arc of the swing. And now the club head freewheels through the ball under its own impetus, with Tommy having finished his work. And it pulls him up to a nice, high and natural finish. It may seem surprising that the power is supplied up here, because the golfer feels that he is putting the maximum of effort into the shot here, when in fact it's here. This is because of the time delay in the nerve responses reaching the brain. So why mention it, you may ask? Well, if it feels as if you were giving a tremendous lash with the hands through the ball, that surely is what you should do. Yes, indeed. Just like cracking a whip, spinning a top, if anyone spins tops these days. But if you understand that the hands are actually passive at impact, no matter how it may feel, it might just reinforce the message that the wrists must be kept as flexible as free swinging hinges. If anything impedes that loose action of the hinge, then the flail won't work properly. Let's watch the flail system at work in golf. This is Harry Varden, who pioneered the modern swing. He employed the grip, which bears his name, because it improved that hinge action. Notice, too, that he's holding the club so lightly that the club head actually lags behind as he starts his takeaway. By maximizing flail action, he was able to use much lighter clubs than the bludgeons which had been standard practice at the time. Well, pure swinging at its best. Now we can move on to the first and most important lesson, how to create that vital hinge in the flail. Now, Varden did it like this. Lay the club across the base of the fingers of the left hand, not up in the palm, with the thumb pretty well down the top of the shaft. Place the right hand over, with the little finger just resting on top of or riding in the groove between the first and second fingers of the left hand. With the thumb, again, just lying across to the side, to the left-hand side, for right-handed players, that is, of the shaft. And when you look down, you should be able to just see two knuckles on both hands. No more, no less.